Hello all. We will continue our Python series in here. Earlier we have studied about the input function and today we will learn about the output function. So how many arguments required for the output function and what the features have in this function we have to look up. So in a Python, if we want to be usually write any output, so just write print and whatever the message you want to be, just that. So here in output of Python there is a 5 argument usually takes. First is value, second is separation, third is AND, fourth is file, fifth is plus. We will learn one by one and let's look at further now. So in this function we have looked here 4 argument is required, only one output is mandatory, all outputs are optional. So look at first argument how it will work. So like print and whatever, like if you want to be type it here integer, if you want to be write it print out here any string, so you should write like here hi, how are you. That's how it will work. And let's go to the line in our coding phase where I can see how it will works in a coding part. My Jupyter notebook is not initializing, so let's continue with in an input in Jupyter notebook. So we have looked up about the value argument, and here we can see about how to write integer. So you just type it whatever the output you want to be here, and we got here. Okay, and then we have to go, we want to be printed here a string. So how it will print, so like type it here whatever the string you have, so like how are you, and it will print for us. Here you can see. So this is about the value argument, and let's look at about how separation argument will work. So I said about it, value is mandatory. So whenever you would write, you have to give the whatever the value, and then separation. So if you want to print out with something separated out, so like any pattern whatever you want to be, it doesn't matter. But here you can write it here value 2, because you can't be see any changes if you have a value, only one value. So you should write value 2, value 3, then it will show up you to separate it. So that's how it will work. So let's jump into the coding part. So like we want to be hi, hello, namaste, it's all our greeting. We want to be separate out with what? With has. Okay. Has. Here you can see how it will print it out. Hi, hello, with separated with has. So let's look about the end argument, how it will works. Sometimes it seems like it is a separate argument, but it is not actually. So how it will works, let's look about the if you want to write it here anything in output, so you should provide value whatever it is mandatory, whatever you want, and then you should provide how it will end up. So if you are not providing any value in end, so what is the default? Means default value is always is /n. So if you are not providing any end command and then you have providing value 1, you will end up whatever the output in the next line. So like val 1 and value 2. If you are providing anything like if you want to be print out whatever value you have provided, all print will output in one line. So you should provide value and you have to end up with blank. So there is no any next line command here. And next thing you will find about the end, if you want to be separate out with any pattern, like earlier we have seen about in a separate, here you can give it whatever the pattern you want to be in a output, you should provide here and you will get output in a pattern. So here everything will be print command will executed in a different line, but in a separate we have provided all the value in a one line. So that's the difference here you can see. So let's look about how it will works in a coding. So like let's write it value. So you have given the command the value, and here you have not provided any end command, means it will execute in a next line, so it will not visual in a one line. So we have to provide here multi value, then after we will get the effect of the end command. So here we can see about the value 2 masses we have provided here, and I hope both of value will be get in a different line. So value 1, value 2, we got it, whatever expected. But we do not want to be print out any value in a next line, so we do not want to be, so here we have to provide blank. So whatever the print command coming out out in a one line, so you should end up there, and after that whatever any other output we are getting, we have to print out in a same line at a different position. So here you can see value and value 2 we are getting how we have earlier get in the separate command. But we can also get a pattern here in a end command. So how it will work? So let's look about whatever the value, and if we want to be separate out with some pattern, so like this, so here print out your value 1 and value 2 and end up with whatever pattern you want to be like this, and provide another print command also, so it will more visible about the concept. So end up with any other pattern, so like this, and we will get the pattern here, value 1 and value 2 and value 3 and well here has. So that's how it will work. So let's look about the different command about file, how it will work. So whatever the output command you are providing in a value, we want to be stored in file and then execute whenever I want. Internally it works same way. So whatever you providing value, it will store, and with the system dot out it will execute in a output. So how it will work? So we have to call out IO. Then let's look at further in coding, so we do not want to repeat again. So let's learn about the file, how it will works, file argument. So whatever the value we have provided in file or in a print output, so we have to store it, we want to store it in a file, and whenever I want to be execute, we will get our output. So let's import IO, and then whether you want to be store your output, so like temp file, okay, and call it string function, string IO, okay, and print out what value you want to be stored. So like hello, how are you? Okay, and you have to provide the argument about the file, okay, and in which variable you want to be stored. Earlier we have defined about the variable, that is temp file. Here we want to be store it, and you will definitely not get any output. So we didn't get any output, so we want to be output whatever they stored in our temp file. So like here, and you should call just get value, and you will get output whatever you have provided. So here we are getting hello, how are you, and we have also got in a end /n. So we earlier studied about the /n. If we do not provide any end, how it will end. So if we do not providing any end arguments, so it will get default value whatever in a end command. So we got /n here, and let's look about how flush command will works. So flush argument will work that way. So if you are providing any argument here, and like here you can see about the value, and if you also provided end, whatever the end. If you do not provide any end, so it will execute in a next line without any knowing about you, about the flush. But if you are just provided your end argument with a blank, means you are giving the instruction to the print command, whatever the value is, you should write it in a one line, as well as it will work another command behind that. There is a flush, so that time you get flush is gonna false if you are providing end command here blank. So if you want to be flush it out true, so what is the disadvantage is flush is true. If flush is false, so what is the disadvantage here? So if flush is false, means they will not clear out any terminal program working behind there. They just take input and execute your next output without further knowing about what the behind any other function is working or not. If you're providing the flush is true, means it will clear out your terminal first of all, then after that execute next command of print. So that's how it will work. So let's look about, if we look at in a coding part, so it will be more clear about it. So here we have to provide about the print command function. So let's look about give some relevant like hi, and then hello. So here we have provided two arguments here, and it will execute simultaneously. But if we provide any time lapse here, so like import time, okay, so whatever the value we have printed here, sorry, where is time lapse? Here, time dot sleep with 5 seconds. we got here time slip here, and you can see here